A woman stopped the maid and said, "Where are you going with that bag?" The maid replied, "Madam, it has some of my things. I was taking them home." The arrogant lady said, "But what is your stuff doing in my house? Come inside. I need to check your bag." The maid said, "Madam, there's nothing in it." The lady said, "No, come inside," and took the maid into a room. She opened the bag and found grocery items inside. The lady took everything out and said, "So this is your so-called stuff? You were stealing all this from my house." The maid said, "No, madam. Please believe me, I didn't steal it. I took it out of helplessness. There is no food at my home. My children are starving. That's why I did this." The arrogant lady said, "You were stealing so much from my house and still say you're not a thief? You are a cunning woman." She emptied the bag, handed it back, and said, "Get out of here right now." When the maid stepped outside, she said, "Instead of throwing me out, you could have tried to understand my situation. I've worked here for so long, and you never had a complaint before." The arrogant lady replied, "In my eyes you are a thief," and shut the door. A little while later, her husband came and sat beside her. The wife said, "I needed to tell you something important." The husband, "What is it?" The wife said, "Don't worry. It's about the maid." The husband said, "You scared me. What did she do?" The arrogant wife said, "I fired her. She was stealing groceries from the house." The kind-hearted husband said, "You did very wrong. I'm going to talk to her right now." And he left. Later, he returned with grocery items. The arrogant wife said, "I had already taken those back. Why did you bring them again?" The kind husband said, "You claimed ownership over those things, so I brought these from my own side. For her children, who must be waiting for their mother to return with food, you should not have treated that poor woman like this." The arrogant wife said, "She was stealing. Should I have just watched silently? This way she would have emptied the whole house someday." The husband replied, "Have you ever asked her about her situation? What she's going through? How her children are living?" He added, "And I've brought her back to work in this house." The arrogant wife said, "Yes, go ahead. Give shelter to thieves so they can steal everything someday." The kind husband brought the maid inside. The maid said, "Sir, I don't even know how to thank you. You saved a mother's home from destruction." The kind employer said, "No, you are like a mother to me." The maid said, "I wish your wife could also see me like a mother." The kind employer said, "Don't worry from today. She will never speak to you that way again. I take full responsibility." And then the arrogant lady, filled with regret, apologized to the maid. So viewers, tell us in the comments, did the husband do the right things? If you enjoyed the video, like it, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to share it.